Hello there. I know in previous Christmas specials I've done, I usually go and do something wild or unexpected and crazy, but not this year. This year, I just want to share with you a story deep and personal to my heart that I was a part of this year. This means a lot to me, and I am so glad I've got to be a part of it. So, without further ado, let me read you this story I've got. It was a rainy day in mid-November. At least that's what I remember. While hanging lights and decorating, with my principal, I began elaborating on the details of the year's anticipated library greeting, from which Santa and the children would be meeting. He laughed and said, "I will play the old Saint Nick. I did last year in Rudolph, so I've got it licked." "Are you sure you wouldn't want someone who looks more like him?" I said on decree. This retort made him slap his knee. Of course, you can play the library's Kris Kringle," he responded, "and with the children and parents you shall mingle." That night I went home, and to myself I thought, what have I done? The makings of a good Santa I have not. My beard was brown, not white. Oh, wouldn't that be a fright? A young Santa, perhaps. Oh, who would believe that? I'd be better off wearing a white bathroom mat. I sat in fear of what might come, but then I remembered where so many commodities now ship from. So I went to Amazon, and there what did I find? But a red suit and beard and kind. I bought them, they shipped, and the lovely suit I gripped. And finally the day had come for me to play Santa and then some. I went to the school and found that my principal was nowhere around. So with some friends I started to chat. They loved the outfit, the wigs, and the hat. Our conversation wasn't long before a librarian came along. Through the parking lot of the school we saw her dart. So fast I felt fear in my heart. She entered and asked, "Are you our Santa? Have you arrived at last?" Then my heart sank into a deep pit. I thought I was late. I blew it. She asked if I'd follow her, to which I said yes. How on earth could anyone deny this request? As we walked towards the library, I felt guilt and shame. The children had no Santa, and I was to blame. At the door she gave some kind words, but through the roar of the children they weren't heard. I prepared myself and we entered. I had to be brave, though my heart was splintered. I waved and I laughed and I ho-ho-hoed, and it felt as if the children were following in tow. At the end of the room sat a luxurious chair, and I felt almost dizzy just getting there. I took a deep breath, and with a smile, I met each child in a line as long as a mile. I stayed in character, never cracking or breaking my voice, and it wasn't just as easy as making a choice. To each little one I gave a candy cane, and as I did, the smiles alleviated my pain. Tremendous guilt and shame gave way, as this was finally becoming my day. I may have been late, but this Santa's performance was going to be great. Eventually the line ended, and there were no more children. I wanted to leave before anyone got their judgments in. But to my surprise, the librarians treated me without despise. They thanked and praised me, but I didn't understand why to this degree. Well, our Santa was late, so without haste, we saw you and knew our day wouldn't be a waste. During your performance, he arrived with some delay, so we sent him on his way. I was shocked and relieved. It was pure luck that I happened to be retrieved. I wasn't a disappointment. I hadn't been late. Hearing this, I felt great. And I tell you this Christmas Eve night with nothing but delight. I haven't a lesson to be learned, and I hope my story leaves no details to be yearned. Just be merry and spread cheer, for you never know if Santa may hear the happiness and joy that Christmas brought this year. Thank you for listening. I want to thank the Fontana Regional Library in Macon County, North Carolina, and the Macon County Friends of the Library for allowing me to be their Santa, and for everything they've done afterwards. They are beyond words. They are amazing people, and if you haven't, you should go and you should meet them. This video is dedicated to the Fontana Regional Library in Macon, North Carolina, and to the Macon County Friends of the Library. They have done so much, and they have touched my heart in a way I don't know if I ever can again. This story is one that baffled me, truly. But I'm so glad it happened. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and to all a good night.